Yep, you went on black screen again. Hey, stop, no. Oh my lord.
Wonderful. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Crazy Town. I am your mayor, Danielle K. Anderson. I am an entrepreneur, interfaith minister, Toastmaster, app junkie, mom, and many other things, including a spiritual counselor and life coach. And this is the Crazy Town Who's Who and Q&A, where you get to use my broadcast to promote yourself and also ask questions of myself or anybody who happens to be on screen. Make sure that you invite followers. The more the merrier. That's how parties happen. And that's the best way that networking is done. So we will get started. And since Joba, you're in the seat, we'll start with you. Why don't you go ahead? Oh, thank you for inviting. Oh, Michael, he'd be good for that. Joba, you want to tell people about yourself, who you are and what you do and all that kind of stuff?
Well, hi, my name is Joba. 100% Puerto Rican. And I just try to help everybody that needs help. It doesn't matter if it's translation, if it's taking them places. And I have a great story to share behind me. So there you go.
Yeah, and if you want to learn what that story is, and if you've heard it and you want to know more, then make sure you follow at LYP Broadcast. That's the show Living Your Purpose with me and SJ of Inner Soul Development. And he will be a guest, our very first interview tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Joe, when you get a second, if you could put the link in the chat, that would be helpful to me and to you. So that's going to be a really cool thing. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And while we are sitting here, you can also, anybody feel free to ask us questions that are appropriate for recording so that you can learn more about us. And it doesn't have to be a serious question. If you're feeling silly, you can be silly. No topic is off limits as long as the question is phrased respectfully. And at any time, if anybody else wants to come on and talk about themselves and what it is that they do, network, put links in the chat so that you can share all the information. Please feel free to do so.
Yes, what she said.
What she said. We can start right here with the asking of the questions. Jova, I have a question for you.
Ask away.
Are you excited for tomorrow?
I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
Or not.
Or not? I'm going to say, what?
Yes.
Nervous?
Yes, I am excited about it, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it too. It is really an amazing story. Very inspirational. Did you have a happy Thanksgiving? I had a really happy Thanksgiving. Part 2 is in my kitchen right now. What about you, Joba?
Well, yes, I had to go to my aunt's and be like, open the door, and I'm not leaving until I get some food. To get some good food, but yes, I had a great one as well.
Just went hardcore trick-or-treat on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. That's
what's up. Thank you, Brian, for your question. Terry or David. Oh, sorry, Terry is David. David or Mr. Myson, if you would like to join the conversation, please feel free. Did we eat lots of turkeys? I ate a lot of a turkey. Gobble, gobble.
I ate a lot of a turkey.
I ate a lot of a turkey. I feel like I ate half the daggone turkey.
So what is Danielle K. Anderson's favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is, that's a good question. I don't think this counts, but I think my favorite holiday is my birthday.
Yeah, it does count because it's a holiday.
To celebrate is my birthday. Hello, Carlton. Welcome to Crazy
Holy crap!
Town.
We have the very same favorite holiday. My favorite holiday is my birthday too.
Oh, I was gonna say your favorite holiday is my birthday. That's awesome.
No, not a chance.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my dear. Hey, Joba, how you doing, bud?
Oh my God, I see his face now.
Oh my God. Okay, I forgot. I got to put the monitor up a little bit. Thank you, Joba, for that. I appreciate that, buddy. There you go. Up goes the screen. There you go.
See, what happens? You show a little eyebrow, and the whole world.
Nothing you get. You don't get anything now. Day after the holiday, it's over.
Freaking-tastic. Well, Carson, welcome to Crazy Town. This is the Who's Who and Q&A, where you get to use my broadcast to promote yourself, what it is you do, who you are, where you're from, all of that. And you also get to ask questions. But be warned, if you are in the seat, you get to be asked questions as well.
Oh, about what?
Anything about anything, as long as it is respectfully phrased, because we're on the record and this is going on.
Well, there you go. Okay, wow. That's awesome. I didn't realize I was like coming into the middle of a game. This is cool.
You just saw me and said, boom.
It's precisely what I did, yeah.
I'll take it however I can get it, man.
Okay, that works. Anyway, so I don't know what to promote. I'll tell you what, I'll promote my wife and I's business. How's that? Can I do that?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, you're such a great husband. I want to be like you when I grow up, Carson.
I'm not sure how to take that. Okay. You want to lose your hair? Okay. So we have a business together. It's called Red Barn Blankets. Okay. And we make weighted blankets for children on the autism spectrum.
Oh, nice.
So it is a little late to get your order in before Christmas because there's some lead time there. But we've been doing this for about 7 or 8 months, and business is coming along very, very well. But we do find a lot of times, even from our own customers, that people who have children on the autism spectrum, or it can be adults as well. Yes, Brian, that's exactly right. Like Wilson on Home Improvement. The people do have some questions. Typically things like how much does the blanket weigh? What does the blanket? What purpose does it serve? Things like of that nature. So I always find myself sort of answering questions about that. But that's what we do, and right now that's probably the most important thing in my life. So we'll promote that, and I can leave all the other junk that I do on the sideline. How's that?
Yeah, absolutely. Put everything in the chat.
I'm going to even put the link. I'm going to put the link to our. We just use Etsy right now. We don't have a website. That's one of the things that we need. So if there's anybody out there that does websites and feels like doing one for free.
For free?
Oh, yeah,
I can't
absolutely.
promise you for free, but I can do it real cheap.
We don't have the money for pay yet, but absolutely. There we go. It's underneath there. You see it says www.redbarnblankets.com.
Fantastic. I could do it for real cheap. I could do it for the cost of the hosting.
I can pay for the hosting. So then you'd be doing it for free. Unless you're making money on the hosting. That's cool too.
No, I don't make money on the hosting. I use an outside host, but I could definitely help you with that.
Well, there you go. So I should say though,
this is how the networking is done.
I should say before Danielle commits too far down the line, ideally we'd like to have basically a standalone e-commerce. So we don't want to build on a platform. So not like WordPress or Volusion or Shopify.
Medium or something like that.
We want to do a standalone. The language doesn't really matter. .NET is my background, but I do desktop, so that would be nice. But again, it doesn't really matter. So if you're more comfortable in Java and HTML and or PHP or Cold Fusion, whatever, that's cool too.
Okay. Well, we'll talk. We will
definitely talk. Excellent.
So that's awesome. So I have a question for you, Carlson.
Okay.
You said you've been doing the weighted blankets and things for about 7 years.
No. Our business 7 months, but my wife's been doing them herself as a contractor for somebody else for about 2 years.
Oh, okay. So let me ask, what prompted you and or your wife to do that?
I think initially when she took the job as a contractor, we were just looking for a second source of income. And she doesn't. Her English is not very good. She speaks Spanish as her primary language. So we were looking for something that would fit. Right. She has a degree in agriculture, but like most people know, when you get a degree in another country, it doesn't always transfer over here easily, and you end up having to go back and retake classes or whatever. Right. So we found an ad in a paper that another company who is, I won't mention because we kind of are in competition with them secretly. Placed an ad. They were looking for seamstresses to make weighted blankets, and she applied for that job, and she got not hired. She's a contractor, but they use her. And then after she started doing that for a while, we realized. I think our primary motivation was that this was for us an ideal business, not because we could make money, because I doubt we'll ever get rich off of this. That's not the goal, really. Right. But because we feel like we're doing something that, even though it's for profit, we're also giving back to the community. So we're doing something that actually helps mothers or parents that have autistic children that really need to be able to access this weighted blankets. It's something that helps their children calm down. It helps them, get to sleep easier sometimes.
Right.
So it's a feel good business. So we like that. We get letters all the time from people that have bought, said, "Oh, my child, David loves this," and they'll send pictures and they'll send little letters of thank you notes, and it's wonderful.
That's great. That is a cause that is very close to my heart. Not a lot of people know this, but I do have a son who's on the spectrum, and he was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, and so he's not on the one extreme. Like, he's not extremely sensitive. He doesn't need the weighted things like that. But I do feel for a lot of it, because sometimes when he was younger and he started freaking out for whatever reason, that really, really tight hug was the only thing that will settle him. And he's grown out of that now, but there are a lot of kids and adults even who still have that issue.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm not on the spectrum myself. I have attention deficit. That's a whole nother spectrum.
Right.
But I use weighted blankets myself, just because, like what you said, it's like getting a big hug from my grandma or grandpa, It feels good. So when I go to bed, I pull them up, and I got probably 15 or 20 pounds of weighted blankets on me when I sleep at night. And I absolutely love the feeling that it gives you.
Yeah, it's very comforting. So Keenan has a question in the chat. Keenan, do you want to come on camera and ask your question? Followers are not customers. No, this is very true. No, thank you. Okay, don't be scared.
No problem.
All right, well, I'll answer the question. The question was, for those of you who cannot see the chat, what is your best advice on getting followers on social media? All right, well, this is what has worked for me. Follow a lot of people at first, not randomly, but people that you find to be interesting and have similar interests, whether it's business or personal. And a lot of times people will follow you back just because you follow. And that's where you start. Make sure that whatever it is that you're putting out on social media is representative of what you represent as a person or as a brand, however you choose to use it. Make sure that you're consistent. And it doesn't mean all day, every day. It means that you're out there on a regular basis. If you're on Twitter and you want people to see you, and you have 1,300 followers who all have 1,300 followers, you have to do that several times in a day. If you're on Facebook, you want to do it once or twice a day, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, consistency. Make sure that what you're putting out makes good sense, and those followers that stick with you, they'll share you with the other followers, et cetera, et cetera. It's a beautiful circle of love is what I like to call it. So I hope that's helpful to you. And if you want to know more, or if you need more details, then just ask. I'm happy to help.
Excellent answer. I'll do the other side. How do you get more customers? One word. Okay. I'm sorry. It may sound old fashioned, but really, customer service. If you take care of your customers and you communicate with them clearly and frequently, and if you respect their wishes and try to help them, they will be loyal customers virtually forever. Even when sometimes a competitor might have a product that maybe even has a better feature, or maybe is a little bit better, or maybe is a little less costly, loyalty goes a long way. It won't cover everything, but it truly helps. And I promise, I can tell you, even from our short stint, customers that like you, right? If you communicate with them and you build a bridge between you and them, they will be your best advertising and marketing source in the world, because they will be the ones that tell the 10,000 people on Twitter or their 5,000 friends on Facebook. And you don't have to do anything. They'll do it for you just because they appreciate being treated decently. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Engagement is important. Pay attention to what it is that the people who follow or you want your business to go to feel like that they are important to you. Keenan, do you tag people or hashtag a lot? I don't hashtag a whole lot. I use my own hashtags, obviously, like this one, Crazy Town, because that's the brand that I'm building for the community. But unless it's directly related to something that I want to draw attention to, for instance, if it's like a company or a TV show that I watch or something, and I want them to see that, then I will do the hashtags. I only tag people if I'm talking to or about them directly. I don't what I cannot stand on Facebook is to be tagged among 300 other people on a post that has nothing to do with me. That is the most annoying thing in the world. Just put it out there, and that's it. I can't. I will see it anyway. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook or we're connected, I will see it, and if I like it, I will like it. But don't force me to like it. And I don't like those mass messages either. It's annoying. Nobody likes them.
And here's another one for Twitter tagging. Okay, I actually think there was even a TV show host that did a spot on this. I don't remember who it was. It might have been John O'Brien. But anyway, please don't use natural disasters to target your can of whatever it is that you're selling. And I've seen this, right? So this is, for example, this actually was somebody that we know, and I won't mention them, but there was an incident not too long ago, and it was a shooting, all right? And somebody commented that, they thought that the shooter might have been autistic or had autism.
Okay.
They used that hashtag to the shooting to sell their blankets because they knew the hashtag was hot right at the moment, and everybody was looking at that hashtag because of please don't do that. I can promise you, for me, if I see somebody that markets their stuff by using a natural disaster, I can guarantee you I will never buy one. If it is the best deal in the universe, I won't, just out of spite.
Yeah, that's in poor taste. Absolute poor taste. There are ways. What? No, sorry, that's just unacceptable.
I agree. Yes, that's just totally wrong.
That's just unacceptable.
Another thing that I want to add on is those damn Facebook games. Yo, we're freaking 80 years old. We're freaking 20 years old. We're 25. We don't got no time to be playing games, man. Stop inviting me to these games that I don't really freaking like.
There's a couple of things about that, and I'm going to explain. One, sometimes I will inadvertently invite a bunch of people to play a game, because when you're in a game, you move fast, the screen pops up, you just want to get the screen off, and instead of Xing it, people will hit OK. But if you don't want to see a game, when you get an invite, you can block that game. So you'll never get another invite from that game. Relevancy does not rely on tragedy. But yes, I do understand that's a thing. But people aren't picking you specifically. The game, the computer system, it picks up people's names from your friends list, and it'll tag you automatically. But that's neither here nor there. But let's see.
So what do we got?
What do we got? If anybody else wants to jump on, we do have one more seat open and available. This is the Crazy Town Who's Who and Q&A, where you can use my broadcast to promote yourself. Come on in. You're more than welcome. You can ask me or anyone who's on screen a question, anything about anything, as long as it is phrased respectfully. That's my only rule in Crazy Town, is to be respectful.
See, now I got one. See, now sometimes, guys, it doesn't always work. For example, I follow both Danielle and Joba, but neither one of them are following me.
Is that right? I don't think that's not true, Carlton. I've been following you for days.
No, ma'am. I just clicked on your thing. It says following, but it doesn't say follows me.
I'm looking at your thing, and it says I'm following you.
Really? That's weird. When I click on yours, it says you're not.
Okay, watch this. Let's see. We're going to reset it. Unfollowed, following. Let's try again. Refresh that. Let's see.
All right. Well, let me see. Okay.
You got 2 jobs?
All right. Maybe it is. Okay. Maybe I read it wrong. I'm sorry. Hey, guys. I'm sorry.
He got all in his feelings.
I'm so sorry, man.
The first day I saw you.
I know. Yeah. I can be wrong.
It's okay.
Anyway, I'm just teasing anyway.
It takes a real man to admit it, though.
Hey, there you go. Well, that guy, I must be an awesome man, because I'm saying that all the time to my wife. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. It's my fault.
All righty then. Let's see. Who's up next?
There we go. Tiffany.
I want to tell you that I got 2 jobs.
Okay.
One of them is working in a daycare. One of them is working in a daycare in Blackstone. And another one is working in Norway Public School as a special ed teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm working this year.
That's great. That's amazing. So, Tiffany, did you have any questions for me or Job or even Carlton, even though he hopped out of the seat? He's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Just keep it nice, okay?
Oh yeah. I was looking for a home for me also because I was ready to move myself because I'm handicapped myself, and I had a stroke since February 2008 myself. So
Okay.
I was looking for a home.
So where are you now?
In my parents' house.
Oh, so you're just trying to move and get yourself your own like apartment or house or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you located at? Like what state?
Richmond, Virginia.
You're in Richmond. You're not far from me. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you this. If you talk to your parents and somebody in the housing development programs, there are a lot of ways that you, as a disabled person, can get an independent living situation. A lot. Also with Social Security and stuff like that. So there's a lot of resources available to you. A lot. And if you know what, if you you follow me on Twitter, right?
I just did.
You did? Okay, cool. So send me a message on Twitter and I will this week, if you send me a message, I will most definitely do what I can to see just to find you the resources, numbers you can call or websites you can visit so that you can get information to get yourself a home, okay? All right. Let me ask you this. How old are you? Do you mind?
I'm 25.
You're 25? Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. All right, yeah, definitely. So send me a message, just so that it's in my view, and I'll make sure that I'll follow up with you and I'll find a lot of information for you. I know some people down there too. They might be able to help you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks for jumping on, Tiffany. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Anybody else have questions for me, Joba, or Tiffany? You can type them in the chat, or don't be scared. You can come on into this open seat. This is for the new folks coming in. Welcome to Crazy Town. My name is Danielle K. Anderson. I am your mayor. And this is the Crazy Town Who's Who, where you get to use my broadcast to promote yourself. And it's also Q&A time, so you can ask me or anybody who's on camera any question of any subject, as long as it is respectfully phrased. It's usually a fun time. It can be serious or silly. It really doesn't matter. Anything can happen in Crazy Town. But definitely, if you have a business to promote, links to share, a book or music, YouTube channel, whatever, please do put it in the chat. This is about you guys, not about me. But it's a fun time here.
Guess who?
Carlton's back. Yay.
It's Carlton's back. So here's Carlton's second business idea, right? This is not a job I have. This is a job I would like to have. And since we're on Blab, and we hope that someone from Blab eventually listens to Blab, the Blab Blabs.
The Blab
right?
Blabs.
Please, Blab. Start assigning some users here to help with community relations, right? Help somebody set up a web page to do, for example, feature requests and bug fixes, so that people outside can see the schedule and know what's going on behind the scenes. We can know when things have been addressed or when they're going to be addressed, at least, possibly. Stop keeping us all in the dark, right? So, and guys that set up like World of Warcraft did, right? Set up a test server. So when you put new features out or you fix bugs, have a separate feature for Blab that your users can go to try out the new features and the new test things, and they can actually rate them and report bugs or issues to you. Give out some pens, give out some T-shirts, give out some jackets for the people that find really cool bugs. Doesn't hurt.
So it's Blab Beta?
Yeah, kind of. Maybe, yeah. Or maybe we could do Blab Beta Alpha, BBA.
Beta 2.0.
Beta 2.0. There you go.
Who's talking, Patrice? That is the elusive Carlton.
He's back here. He's
Man
talking.
behind the screen.
The man behind the screen, who I still haven't gotten a check from Dell. I'm waiting, but they don't seem to care that I'm, pushing their monitors here.
Hashtag it. Hey, you guys, tweet this out, and in the message, hashtag Dell.
I'm going to do that right now. Here we go. Tell a little bird. Okay.
And make sure you let the GIF come up so that they can see your computer screen in the background.
All right, I'm going to do this here. Dell. There we go. Whoops. I have to. We're out of room. I have to kind of drop somebody else.
Yeah, that's okay. You can drop it. Just make sure you leave the hashtag, the Crazy Town hashtag.
I got the Crazy Town hashtag. I got it.
And you know, but when he's done doing that, Joe, but you can do one for Snapple because
there we go. It's gone. Board. All right, excellent. Good idea. Come on, guys, who's coming in? This is like a really excellent service here. Let's
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's help these poor guys out here, right? I mean, this is right. I mean, Danielle and Job are here trying to save up some money for their honeymoon, and they're not going anywhere if you guys aren't coming in the room and helping them make a little money here. They're gonna be having their honeymoon right here on Blab, and none of us want to see that.
What?
So, they might have the wedding here on Blab, which is really cool. I think they make a fine couple. They would.
You know what's funny about that?
Children.
Trying to change the subject slightly.
Yeah.
I said I want to be the first person to perform a Blab wedding. That would be so awesome.
I'm with you.
As an ordained minister, I'm an alternative type of clergy woman. So I think to be able to do an online wedding, that would be amazing.
I think that would be awesome in Blab. And then you could be you in one window, the bride and the groom in the other.
Mm-hmm. And
I think the best man and the maid of honor are going to have to share a screen, right? But that's it. And then everybody...
No, the bride and groom could share a screen.
Well, yeah, that would make more sense. And you can have the
best man, the maid of honor, and then myself.
Excellent. And then everybody else on the side.
Yep. That would be amazing.
And if you're friends of the groom, you type on the right. And if you're friends of the bride, you type questions. They go on the left.
That's funny. That's funny.
And then the photographers can just be a bunch of people doing print screens.
Screenshots.
We'll get thousands of them, and then somebody can put them together, on a website later.
Yep, totally. I'm so down for that.
That would be so fun. And then a camera in the honeymoon suite. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a different thing. Never mind.
No, wait a minute. Is Joba getting married? I don't think anytime soon. But that's
Joba getting. Oh, that's Joba. You're not getting married soon, buddy.
No, that's not a bad thing. He's still
happy being single, is he?
He's young and sowing his wild oats, so to speak. So let him enjoy his youth.
That's usually one of the things that causes marriage.
Oh gosh. Alex is here. Hey, Alex, good to see you.
All right, let me step out. Maybe Alex come in here for a bit.
Alex is not coming in.
Okay.
No, I promise you, he's not. But he's gonna be awesome in the chat. So again, this is the Crazy Town Who's Who, where you can use my broadcast to promote yourself. If anybody else would like to come on,
hold on, Danielle. Hold on. They finally asked me a question. Finally, yo, Terry.
Somebody asked you a question.
Terry, listen, man. By the way, Danielle, you're not the first person that does a wedding on Blab. Somebody already got married on Blab, so that's.
Ooh,
did they?
Really?
So and then no, I'm not getting married because ain't nobody got time for that, Terry. Thank you very much. I'll go
Somebody
back.
Performed a wedding on Blab?
Yes.
Or did they just film? Did they just record the ceremony?
They got me.
A real marriage, like with the paperwork and everything?
Why are you being complicated, y'all? Just
She's thinking it's like a World of Warcraft marriage, right? Just kind of.
Right.
He's actually taking it like seriously. Like, yeah, we're gonna set the computer right in front of the whole.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
What is it? The chapel, the church, whatever.
Yeah.
Wherever they want to do it, and we're gonna set the computer right there, and then everybody see it on Blab.
Well, maybe you could maybe you could do a real wedding on Blab, like an Elvis wedding. Somebody could do that with Elvis.
I was just asking, but I think that's cool.
Las Vegas Danielle. You can have your own virtual chapel in Vegas.
I could.
Oh, thank you, Terry. That's the person that got married on Blab. There you go.
Oh, did he? Michael did?
Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Frugal web guy? Really?
Yeah. I didn't know
I gotta
that.
look at that. I gotta check him out here.
Yeah, that's awesome, though. I still want to do it. I don't care. If there's anybody else who wants to come on screen and promote themselves, please feel free to do so. If you haven't, feel free to tell a little bird, tell a friend, tell everybody, share where all the sharing is done so that people can know where you are and where the party is.
I'm
and
curious,
they can join in too.
Are you sitting on it looks like you're sitting like right in the corner of the wall. You're like leaning in
a
chair, or is it a couch? Or
it's all right. It's my bed.
Okay, all right.
It's my bed, but I have like this
pillow behind you. Yeah.
seated thingy.
Sweet. Okay.
It's like a chair cushion for like reading and stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. It's awesome.
Where'd you get that? I need one of those.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember.
You don't remember? Okay.
I don't remember, and I have my phone mounted on the wall. I always try to use
pillows, but then they always sag down behind you, and they don't really stay there for me. All right.
So yeah,
well, you know what? We've already had a blab wedding, and if you can get your an attorney's license, we could do a blab divorce.
Blab divorce. That's a lot of school for
just for doing a blab thing. Yeah, I hear you.
Doing a blab thing. I don't know. Could I do it as a paralegal? A clerk?
Well, maybe you could.
Maybe
you couldn't do it officially, but maybe like somebody that's going to get a divorce. This could kind of be the visual record. It's not official, but they can say, yeah, "I hate you. I hate you." Okay, you go your way, I'll go mine, and
And they can take the record into court for the mediation.
Exactly. You could arbitrate. You could arbitrate who gets what in the divorce online, and then there'd be a record of it, right? So they'd all agree to. They'd hold little pictures up. Here's the couch. Here's the china cabinet. Here's the dog. Here's the turtle, and who gets what? And you kind of just divvy them up.
That's funny. Oh gosh, wow! And if there are any other questions in the chat, please feel free to ask those. Any question is okay. Let me rephrase that. Not any question. Any topic is acceptable as long as it is phrased respectfully. You can ask me about myself, my business, my family life, what it is I do. You can ask me advice. You can ask me. Be careful, Joba. You can, or you can ask anyone in the chat. Anything you can be. Oh God, I knew it, Alex. All right, so
you're quitting.
Always a ball here in Crazy Town. That's why we call it that. So
tell me what Crazy Town is. What is Crazy Town?
Thank you for asking, Carlson.
What is crazy? I keep hearing it. I keep seeing it. What is it exactly?
Exactly. All right. So see, that's why I did it, so people can ask the question. Crazy Town is a small yet thriving community on the internet. It is a place where all the voices in my head come to hang out online. It is located in the great state of mind, population U. So it started out with me on Periscope. And my scopes would range from inspiration, motivation, and then I also did product reviews. I wanted to speak as a business person. I wanted to speak as a minister, and also just do silly things because silliness is so important to your sanity. And from that, I decided to create a website and a YouTube channel to kind of house my scopes and kind of flesh out the ideas some more. So Crazy Town is located at, you can find Crazy Town anywhere on the web, but specifically, I'll put the link in the chat. It's bit.ly.com/crazy-town. And you can find it there. Now it is under construction at the moment. I'm kind of streamlining it because it was a little helter-skelter for a while, so now I'm just kind of cleaning it up.
As it should be.
Right, exactly. But I'm going to be adding services and things like that. And then there's going to be, in 2016, there's going to be merchandise. So on Periscope, I've gained a following of over 1,500 people.
Wow.
I mean, that's not a lot compared to some others, but it has really turned into a community of people.
How do we join the community?
Follow me. Super easy.
I mean, on here or
you
on
can
Twitter
follow
or
me
where?
Here. Follow me on Twitter.
So I'm already part of Crazy Town?
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Oh, awesome.
One
Excellent.
Crazy Towns. I do have a legit site, Rude. I need to buy my domain. That's what I've been having issues with. That is finding a domain name that works. That's not as complicated as the one I have now. But
Crazy Town's not available?
No, it's not.
That's no good.
I
know.
just want to add
No.
something
Say
to
something.
what Danielle is doing right now. Networking and promoting it works, or it is good because um, well, my story that I have, I've shared it with a couple of people, and it's so impacting that I had an interview. I'm not gonna say. I mean, that person knows who it is, but I had an interview with a specific someone, and yesterday it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was on here, and somebody came into the room and said, "Hey, I saw your interview on YouTube," and I'm like, "What?" You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So that's how powerful networking is. That without you even knowing what's going on in the background, stuff are moving still. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
network keeps on working because I didn't even know that the video went from Blab to YouTube. So it was just like, and then to actually have somebody come in out of nowhere and say, "Hey man, aren't you that guy from YouTube?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute. I saw your interview," and then I'm like, "Hold up, what?" It just takes you as a shocker when people approach you and say, "I saw your video or I saw your message elsewhere or out of Blab," and you don't even know it. But that's the part of networking, and that's the part of having the right people in the right corners and the right things. So networking is very powerful. So whenever you see network, don't run away from it. Try to
Mm-hmm.
try to come in, jump in, and get into the networking situation because you never know.
You
You
never
might be
know.
the next Donald Trump. I
You
don't
never
know,
know.
or whatever. So
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah. So and I am actually going to be interviewing Joba tomorrow. Uh, again, that broadcast is called "Living Your Purpose." Is up right now under at LYP Broadcast. And it's going to be awesome. That's the wrong copy, John. But yeah, so you can find Crazy Town. Basically, you can Google my name and find me everywhere. You can find my company that I have with my sister, Artistic Touch Enterprises LLC. You can find the Crazy Town blog. You can find Crazy Town on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube and on Twitter under my handle at Danielle the VP. And Periscope is the same at Danielle the VP. So that's what Crazy Town is. And thank you for asking. I appreciate it. And yeah, the community, even though it doesn't have very many, I don't have like a huge celebrity type following. However, um, the people that are there, they get to know each other, whether it's through my scope or other people's scopes. Um, there's somebody here on, well, a few people that I've seen on Blab. In fact, yesterday this happened. He said, "Hey, you look familiar. I think I follow you on Periscope." And I said, "Really? That's really awesome." And then he pulled it up on his phone. He's like, "Yeah, that's you, right?" And I said, "Yeah, that's me." And it was really cool. And then I went on Periscope today and I saw somebody and I said, "Oh my gosh, that's the guy from," and it was funny. I wasn't searching for anything. It wasn't on my home screen. It was on the map where you can go find anybody who's live right now. And he happened to be relatively close to my area, so I clicked on it and I said, "Hey, I know that guy." And I wasn't following him, but I follow him here. And I said, "Well, that's a really cool thing." So the network, the world is getting a lot smaller, you know, but in a good way because people can connect. I have people in Australia, the UK, Hawaii, all across the United States who are proud to call themselves.
now she's stunting. Now she's stunting on us, Carlton. You see this?
I'm
I
not
got people.
stunting. No,
No,
no, no. I'm just proud and
but
really humbled by
I
it
put a
because
domain there that's available. If you spell town with an E, .org is available.
I don't want to do .org because I don't want to be mistaken for a nonprofit organization because I am in business of making money for myself.
Okay, fair enough.
Because
I'll go back to the drawing board.
no, I have a domain that that I am gonna to purchase. I just haven't done it yet, but I have it. It's available.
What's it going to be?
I don't want to
Tell
tell
us.
people because
Oh,
this is going on the internet, and so if somebody
yeah.
catches it and snatches it up, then I've got to start over.
Then yeah, or you end up having to buy it for $500 or something.
Exactly, and I'm not going to set myself up
Okay,
like that.
that's
Um,
fine. Good call. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, not my first rodeo.
Damn, I'm going to have to find another way to make money now.
Nice try.
I tried. It wouldn't. It'd be better if it was like Pepsi or Coca-Cola. Then I'd be excited. But
Right.
or that guy that got wasn't there a guy an article in paper not long ago? Some guy got Microsoft.com.
What? I didn't know that.
Yes, no, Amazon. He got Amazon.com. I think it was. No, it was Microsoft or Amazon. It's one of the big ones. And there was a fluke. Somebody let the domain name slip. I don't know how you could do that at a company that large. And he grabbed it. Timing is everything. Yeah. And he snatched it and he gave it right back to him, which, okay, I'm sorry, stupid. Right? Especially if it's like Microsoft or Amazon where they could have paid you a small fortune and not even noticed,
Exactly. Patrice, would you like to jump into our seat and talk about I'm looking at your profile and it looks fascinating. I'd love for you to come on and talk more about what it is that you do. And if not, you can feel free to leave a link in the chat or ask us some questions because that part's fun.
Who's Patrice? Where do I say? Did I not
Patrice M. Foster at Patrice M. Foster.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There she is. Author, blogger, bringing teenage depression, stigmas, teens secrets cutting to the forefront. Very nice. Let me try that again in one sentence. Author and blogger bringing teenage depression, stigmas, teen secrets, and cutting to the forefront. Very nice.
That's really important. So you need to hide behind the computer. Oh, stop it.
You can share my computer screen with me if you like, Patrice.
If you're not comfortable with your face, that's absolutely fine. But I would like to hear more about what it is that you do. And I'm sure that other people will appreciate it too. So if you're on the computer, like on a laptop or something, then you can face it toward the ceiling, I guess, or put a picture or something up there.
Here's another person too, and I'll be happy to step out to this room. Eileen Grace, survivor, living life one day at a time, in God I trust, suicide awareness, suicide prevention, tragedy, testimony, and triumph.
Yes, beautiful. Also beautiful. So, if you are Eileen, if you're just joining us for the first time, you can't. Well, if you have any links to blogs or websites that you want to share, please do that because it's really important.
Oh, there's Patrice. Okay, I'll step out so there's here again.
Fantastic. Hi, Patrice. Thank you for coming on and welcome to Crazy Town.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us. So would you mind giving us a little synopsis of who you are and what you do and perhaps where even you are located?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm Patrice. I'm a registered nurse. I blogged about teenage depression. I work for organization for children, teenagers who are depressed. And most of them, they come into the system. Their parents may have brought them there, but they don't leave with their parents. So it's kind of sad.
Yeah. So we're just traveling around your house? Is that what's happening?
Sorry.
It's okay.
I find a better location.
You're just trying to find a place to sit down?
Yes. Away from the noise. I'm sorry.
It's okay. She's trapped in the closet. Sorry.
I'm shy.
It's okay. I understand. So what is it that brought you to be basically an advocate for this, for teen depression? Because it is super important. I wish I'd had you around when I was younger, honestly. But so I just wonder, is it just seeing things like that in your work?
I think as a teenager, I didn't have the opportunity, like you said, to have that support when I was going through depression.
Right.
So.
Well, that's amazing. That's wonderful. You have, so what exactly do you do? Do you talk to people? Do you have counseling or?
Blogging is fairly new to me.
Okay.
I'm just starting out in the blogging world and getting used to social media and blabs and all those things. I wasn't involved in it. And I just finished writing my second book. First one was A Guide to Teenage Depression on Amazon. And also Left Across the Border, about Mexican teen. What do they go through? And I think recently we hear a lot about Mexican coming to America, crossing the border alone without their parents. And I was seeing in the facility where I work, a lot of those kids come in and they go through so much. Bullying is a major thing because they can't speak the language, and depression. And they start cutting themselves.
Right.
So I started to write more about that and how to uplift them, because I kind of understand where they were coming from, because as a teen, I was sort of been in their situation. I've been homeless in New York for a couple when I was younger.
That's rough.
And, but I managed to, through it all, to come through, and I became a nurse. So it can be done. And I want them to know that there is hope.
Well, I thank you and I appreciate you for what it is that you do. Again, I was never a cutter, but I went through a lot of the things that teenagers do to hurt themselves, or, for whatever the reason is. To, if they're numb, they want to feel something, or if they feel like they're empty, they want to fill it, or if you feel full, you want to get rid of it. All of those things. I've done many of those things. So I do appreciate, and it's not that there weren't people around, it's just that I didn't know, or was scared, or didn't realize what it was that was happening with me. So it's good that you are a person who can see and recognize and offer the help. And I'm actually going to be looking for that book. If you could, if you want to, when you get off screen, if you want to type the titles of the books again.
Okay.
That would be great.
Patrice, I just want to let you know and jump in on here for a minute.
Okay.
I think that tomorrow's show that Danielle and SJ will be having, hopefully, I don't know if you're in the East Coast, West Coast, where are you located, if you don't mind me asking?
Atlanta, Georgia.
So what would that be? That would be what?
I think that's Eastern or Central Time.
Well, yeah, Eastern Central Time.
Well, I just put a link there, and I think that it would be very good for you to listen to the interview, because I think everybody has gone through depression, and there's a time in their life, and for different reasons. But I think that you would be very intrigued, or very moved. There you go, for the interview tomorrow, and yeah, I just recommend you to go subscribe, and then hopefully around your time, it would alert you or let you know that the interview is going on.
Okay.
Hopefully you can make it tomorrow to the show.
Right, definitely. If you're available, you're not working or whatever, please do join us. And if you're not, then no worries. It will be recorded so that you can always go back and check it out. And I think that just in general, definitely come and see and support Joba, because his story is awesome. It's amazing. It's inspiring. It's heartwarming. And we're gonna go places where a lot of people don't or haven't yet, as far as this story is concerned. So and I think you would enjoy the show in general, and that it would be a good place for you to come in and talk about what it is that you do. It's called Living Your Purpose. So Living Your Purpose, Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern. So just keep a lookout for that, and I would love to see you there.
Thanks.
So I really do appreciate who you are and what you do. So please do, if you have any links to your blog. Links to your blog, the titles of your books and where they can be found. If you could put that in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it, so I can go back and check that out, and anybody else too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you for hiding in the closet with us. Anything happens in Crazy Town. No problem. And if you have any questions for me or Joba, then feel free to ask.
Okay. So I'll just stand back and listen.
Okay, very good.
All right.
So do you have a time for right now? What time is it?
It is 5:58.
5:58. Oh, that's awesome. Not too bad. Anybody else have any questions? I know Keenan doesn't want to come on camera because I don't know, being scared or whatever.
Don't
call me out.
underestimate my people.
Call me out, girl.
I have to do it. Looking like Devo.
What up, though?
What's going on, darling? How are you?
Oh, I can't complain. It's a new day. Just enjoying my weekend. How y'all doing?
Doing good. You swaying side to side like a little kid. Got to go to the bathroom.
It's cold. It's cold out here. I ain't got no jacket on. Like,
hey, Keenan, what you doing tomorrow? I know it's football day tomorrow, but what you doing around 6? I think it's 3
o'clock.
Yeah, 3 your time.
I should be hanging out at the house watching football.
Well, you already know. If you want to hear my story once again, even though you heard it already, but with different questions.
I didn't hear the beginning part. I didn't hear the beginning.
Well, yeah. Well, tomorrow at 3, I'm getting interviewed again, and with different questions and a little different twist, so they say, and different.
We may or may not make him cry, but we're definitely gonna make him.
They're gonna try to be
Barbara Walters.
Shatoni. They're gonna try to make me do like Shatoni, but I doubt it. I don't know.
Whatever.
It's all good, man. You know, one story at a time. Like she said, your story got a purpose. So,
amen.
Amen.
All right. So this is the Crazy Town Who's Who and Q&A. So you get to talk about you for a little bit.
Okay.
So go ahead, promote your stuff, Keenan. Come on, I know you got a lot of stuff going on, bro.
Yeah, I do. You know, right now I'm focusing on my podcast. I love to promote my podcast right now. It's on blogtalkradio.com /HME Radio. That's the brand, HME Radio. Y'all can follow us on Twitter at HME Radio, Instagram on HME_radio. And what else we on? The Facebook, of course, we got the like page and the group page. So artists and musicians and businesses that want to advertise for free, y'all more freely to do that. But my podcast is 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 8 to 11 Eastern. And it's a live podcast, like 3-4 hours. And we focus on music, focus on entertainment news, keeping people informed with the indie artists out there, and giving them interviews, and just just keeping it different than average podcasts. You know what I mean? Hip hop podcasts. So we definitely be entertained from what we'll bring to y'all.
Awesome, amazing, fantastic. Any questions you have for myself or Joba?
Any questions?
Yeah.
So I asked my question earlier about, getting new followers and social media, stuff like that.
Just keep following me. Are you on Periscope? I can't remember if you said.
I'm on Periscope, but I don't really get down with it.
I don't
scope often.
That's cool.
I wasn't really liking it, and then somebody told me about Blab on Periscope, and that's how I found this.
Right. Well, I mean,
and now he Blab addicted.
I got my days. I gotta have my daily fix for sure.
Definitely understand that one. I'm guilty of disregarding Periscope, or at least not paying attention to Periscope the way that I feel I ought to.
Me too.
Like I'll do it if I'm in a good location or if I have some good content to show people, but not just me hanging around my house and stuff, doing average things.
I don't. I mean, they're fun sometimes, somebody's just being silly or something, playing a game. There's different ways to engage, but if they're just like, hey, laying down, hey guys, what's up? What are you doing? I can only do so much of that. But, for me, I have something to say. And if you have something to say, something to talk about, something to promote, then, it's a really good tool to do that. And if you're out somewhere and you know it's a cool thing, then you can share that. That's basically what Periscope was meant for, was to show people what's going on around you, not necessarily you. But
did you promote the show tomorrow's show?
Who, me on Periscope?
Yeah.
Of course I did.
I was about to say.
Of course.
Well, if people, you know, if any musicians out there, anybody that want to get interviewed on my show, y'all can submit an email, you know, to hmeradioplay@gmail.com.
Fantastic. Do me a favor whenever you get off screen, go ahead and type that in the chat. And this is going to go on YouTube as well.
Right.
So I will do my best to try and catch everybody's links and link them to the video so people can find you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep up the great work. You know what I mean, Keenan? You know what I mean? You mad cool, and I know one day I'm gonna have to become a interviewer guy and probably, you know what I mean, we interview you because I mean, I know you have a lot to share, brother. I know you got a lot of stories to tell, and if not, we'll make it happen sooner or later, brother.
Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. We keep some positive vibes out there for the people.
Most definitely.
Yeah. And just do what I do. I'm trying to be the best at what I do.
Yeah, that's what we're about, man. Exactly. So I appreciate you jumping on. I'm sorry I had to call you out in order to do it, but
don't call me out, girl.
I'm sorry. I gotta do it. I mean, I know you're there, and I know you got something to say. I'm not gonna let you just sit on the sidelines. So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, most definitely.
But this is for you. This isn't for me. This is about you, man. You know.
Oh, okay. Well, I got some more information out there for them, so I'll keep y'all informed.
Please do.
So make sure y'all follow me on Blab as well. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter.
Thank you so much, Keenan. I appreciate you. Loving you so much. All right. So for the folks who just filtered into the room, this is the Crazy Town Who's Who and Q&A, where you get to use my broadcast to promote yourself, what it is you do, who you are. If you broadcast, what goes on there, and also Q&A, where you get to ask me or anyone on screen anything about anything, as long as it's phrased respectfully. I see you, Steve, and feel free to hop in the seat if you have something or someone to promote. Feel free. If you have questions, feel free to do that as well.
You got questions? We have answers.
Yes. Now, I may not know the answer, but it should at least be entertaining.
One more question. How do you feel about the barter system? And what's the best way to go about it as far as what I do in the podcast and stuff? People don't really take that seriously, but I definitely have things to offer as far as the numbers on my network and the downloaders.
So you mean bartering as far as business connections and things like that?
Correct.
I love it. Most of my business was built that way for the first year and a half. Outside of actually having materials to work with, a lot of business, I had to give a lot away for free, but I got a lot in return. So it just depends on, you have to find the right people who are willing to do something that you can't do, and you have to make sure that you can solve a problem for them as well. Some people don't take it seriously. Sometimes you can find a lot of talented people who are new and starting out and need a shot, who are really good. And I think that's the best way to go, because some folks, they get, what's the word? I don't want to say uppity, but they feel themselves, so they build themselves to a point where they feel like they don't need to do things for free, and that's fair enough. But you can find a lot of people, but look in your networks for people who are newer in the game.
Okay.
To try and give them a shot. And you say, look, this is what I have to offer. This is what I need. Do you think that we can make up an arrangement that's mutually beneficial? And a lot of times it's going to be you giving them more.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to end up giving a lot more, but you have to make sure your boundaries are set. Don't work yourself too hard on it. But I'm a big believer in that. And eventually, if things work out well, then you can work out a system where, everybody's getting paid.
Is there a structured way that you go about it as far as a corporate brand? So my podcast and I would say a McDonald's or You know,
that one is tricky. You're not gonna necessarily. Well, see, for McDonald's, it's a thing where they are more likely to give you money than to do anything else, as long as you promote them. But for me, my business is structured that everybody who gets paid is a contractor, right?
okay.
So, for instance, if a client comes to me and needs a photo shoot done, they need makeup, they need wardrobe, they need pictures, they need printing, they need a website, all of that type of stuff. If I don't do it, I have to pay somebody else to do it. So sometimes it will be a situation where this client can't afford to pay me to pay a photographer $125 an hour.
Right.
But I can find someone who's new. I can find a really good student or someone who's new who's willing to work for trade, for credits and all that type of stuff. And I'll be able to either get them for free or really cheap. And eventually, if they work out well, then you can offer to pay them later on down the line. As far as bigger corporate things, I really am not as experienced in that, but I do know people who can do it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I could, like I said, slide up in my DMs and I'll see if I can connect you to some people who can answer your questions more in depth or maybe make you some more connection.
So, I mean, like in general, should I have at least a proposal ready of what I want to offer them and stuff?
Definitely.
Like that?
I mean, if you can put it in writing, that's the best way to go about it, and you can even advertise in your way. Social media is free. You say, you just put it out there. I'm looking for somebody, to perform this service, and I'm willing to trade this service that I have for you, or,
okay.
Present it as an opportunity for them that's beneficial. It's like, oh, all I have to do is this and I get all that. You know what I mean? Right. So just make it as appetizing as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I have for you.
All right, let somebody else hop in the seat. Come up.
Fan freaking tastic. Okay. So yeah, there that is. That's how networking is done. That's why I love doing these things. So if there's anybody else who has anything else to say, any other questions, anything else to promote, please feel free to hop on camera. We don't bite. If you just want to say hi, you can come in and say hi. And if not, then what do you say? What time is it now? How long have we been going?
It is 6:11.
6:11. Going once. Open seat going twice. Over an hour. You're just over an hour. Steven, you want to jump in or no?
Or no.
No? Yes? No? Maybe so? Who knows?
No, I'm going to say he doesn't. He's scared of the red light.
He's scared of the red light. All right. You have stage fright. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll stay on for a few more minutes after we go off the record, and you can come on and talk.
Yeah, when the light goes green.
Right. All right. So thank you all so much for joining me in Crazy Town. Again, I am Danielle K. Anderson, your mayor, entrepreneur, interfaith minister, Toastmaster, app junkie, and many other things. And I want to thank you, Joba, my co-host today, for running things and helping me with my tech issues. I appreciate you. So if you want to learn more about this guy here, make sure you follow at LYP Broadcast here on Blab, and myself. We're going to be interviewing Joba to hear about his super inspirational, motivational, heartwarming, and all the other, mushy stuff story. So that's it, you guys. If you want to find me, just search my name in Google, Danielle K. Anderson.
And if you want to know more about myself before she keeps on goddamn it going, you already know my Twitter is JMUGA, or you could go on YouTube and go to JMugga TV. You already know, type that in there as well. Just type in JMugga, all that good stuff. And,
come on in.
All that good stuff, and somebody's coming in and ask tell a friend to tell another friend to tell another friend. And what's up, Steven?
Hey.
Okay, I see. You're one of those last minute guys. I can dig it.
Nah, just debating whether I should jump on or not since it's recorded.
Well, what? Okay, well, just you know what you shouldn't say, right?
Yeah.
But so we're just doing a little bit of networking. You know, you can talk about yourself and what you do, if you find that interesting, and if not, you can just ask us questions that are not full of bad words.
I'm not going to be dropping any of the bad words here, so
Okay.
don't have to worry about that.
No problem.
But as far as about myself, well, I'm 27 and I'm working 2 jobs. One's construction, demolition, and basically reconstructing things. And the other's a Safeway store. And other than that, my own personal time, I study the Bible, biblical history, and theology, and, well, more often occasion, languages, Semitic languages more specifically.
See, that's freaking fascinating.
So if anybody wants to get their house demolished, go to him. And if y'all want to get your house rebuilt, go to him.
Yeah.
Excuse me, so
If y'all want your house fixed, look up before and after home improvement. It's located in Woodbridge, Virginia.
There you go. Type that in the chat when you get an opportunity. Before and after in Woodbridge. Oh yeah, that's right. We said you're not that far from me. Cool. All right, so I have a question for you.
Shoot.
You said you speak fluently besides English, like 2 or 3 different languages.
I know a little bit of 3.
A little bit of 3. So what is it that prompts you to study the languages so much?
Well, a couple of years ago, I was going to a Messianic Jewish congregation. That's where I was first introduced to the language. But before that, I had somewhat of an interest in it. Because at this congregation, they use Hebrew liturgy from what's called the Jewish prayer book, the Siddur. And I had to basically learn it from scratch. It was in English, the translation, and the Hebrew was in both transliteration and in the actual language.
So that's where it started in church, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And so just learning Hebrew prompted you to learn other stuff like Arabic?
Well, Arabic came a little later because I have some Arabic-speaking friends, and also I studied Islam as well. So
that's awesome.
The Hebrew used mainly in the liturgy is an archaic form. So I also have Israeli friends, and they speak modern Hebrew, which is, I guess you could say the difference is like Elizabethan English and modern English. For those who know Spanish, it's like the difference between Castilian Spanish and modern Spanish.
Right. Okay.
Basically, one's old and the other's more modern.
This is how I translate. This is from archaic Latin and church Latin. The differences between those. Okay. Yeah. So it's similar, but there's different.
The word structure is slightly different, and like in the ancient form, to say my brother, your brother would be achaicha or achicha, whereas it's referring to your actual brother. The modern form is achshacha.
Okay, cool. That's fascinating. So you just do it for the sake of doing it, just to learn stuff?
Well, then I listen to Israeli music as well, so I also had to learn the Yemenite dialect as well.
So you can know what they're saying?
Yeah, for the most part.
Makes sense. Do you don't ever do instruction or anything like that, or are you just a student?
No, I'm not a very patient teacher.
Fair enough. Well, do you have any questions for myself or Jogo before we actually close out?
Let's see. What's it like in Oxon Hill?
It's interesting. Oxon Hill is just, for those who don't know, Oxon Hill is a part of Maryland where I live, which is right in between DC and Virginia. It's interesting. Not not a bad place to live, just a place where you have to be careful sometimes, certain times of the day, but I feel relatively safe. There's a police station nearby and fire and rescue nearby, and it's really close to DC. My daughter and her father moved. They're like 20 minutes walk away from my house. And if I want to go and be fancy, I can go drive, 10 minutes the other way and be in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty when you're not in this particular area where I am.
Yeah.
But it's a change, but nothing I can't handle.
Mine was kind of similar, minus Langley Park and Green Meadows.
Langley Park, yeah.
It's like,
I do remember that area quite well.
Yeah. It's like walking in an entirely different country.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's interesting when you go into places that are really close together and how different they can be. There's different way people talk, way they walk, and how they carry themselves, basically. But they're still in the same area. Like the same county could have so many different. It's really interesting. This area, this whole DC, Maryland, Virginia area is so diverse. And that's what I love about it, though. That's what I love about it, is you get to meet a whole bunch of different people. Like for me, I grew up around old Jewish people who are fabulous. I've grown up around really artsy people, Caribbeans, Hispanics, or, Southern and Latin Americans. Just really, really interesting growing up in this area. You get to learn a lot, whereas people somewhere in a rural area who they only are used to seeing people who look like them, and I think you miss out a lot on stuff in that situation. But thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you so much.
You're welcome, Danielle.
I've got another blab that I have to get on later on tonight, so I have to fix my brain for that because it's an open mic, and I have stage fright too, to be perfectly honest, and I'm not used to performing, but it should be an interesting experience. So that's it. I'm going to do one last plug. Tomorrow, Living Your Purpose. The link is down there at the bottom of the chat. Interview with Joba, myself, and SJ of Inner Soul Development. We are on every Sunday on Blab at 6 p.m. We are also, if you miss it, you can catch the replays here, YouTube. We're on SoundCloud. We'll be on iTunes real soon. Yeah, and that's about it. Thank you guys, everybody, so much for joining. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next time.
See you.